Hi there, welcome to this month's aha moment. This month I'm speaking on the topic of why it's important that we learn how to accept compliments. Studies show that when we receive a compliment, we often deflect it, and that has implications for our future success and well being. Over these past few months, I've had the good fortune of receiving several professional awards and recognition. And a friend of mine said that I'm in a season of receiving, and I love her perspective because we all have those seasons. We have seasons of sowing and we have seasons of reaping. And I'm definitely in a season of reaping right now, and I'm so grateful. But what this time has brought to my attention is that I'm often uncomfortable receiving compliments. And one day I asked myself, why? Why is it so difficult accepting compliments? Chances are you also have a tough time accepting compliments. In fact, a study shows that 70% of those people studied are uncomfortable or even embarrassed to receive compliments. Now, let's say that you've just successfully led a project and you receive a compliment. Chances are you'll say something like this: "Oh, it was a team effort." Now, it's great that you acknowledge the team, but notice what you've done. You've deflected that compliment away from yourself. Another way in which we deflect compliments is something called ping pong. And that means that as soon as we receive a compliment, we turn around and we give a compliment back. That's great too, but what it's doing is it's deflecting the compliment away from yourself. You're so willing to acknowledge someone else's greatness and success, but uncomfortable receiving that compliment, those kind words for yourself. Now, why do we do this? So some studies say that our ability to not receive positive effect is due to a low self-esteem or low feelings of self-worth. We don't feel worthy of the compliments that we are being given. Another one could be that just as we were growing up in our household, compliments were not readily given. And in fact, if you weren't being criticized, it was just assumed that you were doing well. Now, let's say that you value humility. And so receiving all of these kind words and accolades and compliments leads you to you don't want to appear as though you are letting those things go to your head. And then one other reason is that you just don't like the spotlight on you. Now, but what do we do? What do we do? What happens when we are deflecting those compliments? Sadly, we actually perpetuate those feelings of low self-esteem and a lack of worthiness that lead to the discomfort. We actually perpetuate that. A second, consequence of not being able to accept the compliment is that when we are uncomfortable receiving compliments, that means we're also usually uncomfortable giving compliments, and that has real consequences for our relationships. Let's think about a leader of a team at work who is uncomfortable receiving compliments. Well, chances are if they are uncomfortable receiving compliments, they're not giving them to their team members as well. And that has a negative impact on team performance and their morale. So why should we accept those compliments? And what does that do to us? Well, we get a boost of dopamine. And the dopamine serves as a powerful reinforcer of positive behavior. And because we like that feeling, then we are more likely to repeat those positive behaviors, which leads to even more success. Another thing is that we feed healthy relationships in giving and receiving compliments. We gain self-confidence, self-compassion, and self-acceptance. Positive words improve performance, our own performance, and when we give compliments, the performance of others. And it also opens us up to learning because we internalize those positive emotions and they are stored in our memories. So the next time you receive a compliment, treat it as though someone has just given you a gift and just say thank you. I wish you more joy, more purpose, and more fulfillment. And I'll be back next month with another aha moment.